Assalamu alaikum. Hello, welcome. I am actually really excited about today's live. What an exciting topic. I mean, after Hajj, I don't know if there's something else that I would really want to talk about even bigger, right? So Hajj is probably like the biggest thing you could talk about, especially right now. So welcome. We're going to be talking today about must-have items for Hajj. So if you are just finding me, or if you came from one of my groups, hello, so excited to have you guys here. So I run a group on Facebook called Muslima Simple and Decluttered Living. Heavy emphasis on the simple part. Simple is not always easy, and it doesn't mean cheap. It just means simple. Not complex, not creating problems where we don't need them. And so this is completely in line, today's topic, with my group that I run. We have over 3,000 Muslim women in that group that I started a few years ago when I was living in Spain. And it has grown. And so many of us are just looking to slow down in life and remove all of this that's vying for our attention that is not worth it. But today's topic is totally worth it because it's Hajj. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We have a lot to get through, so I'm going to start like right away. There are 10 items that I'm going to go through, and you're probably wondering, how are you qualified to talk about items for Hajj? Well, alhamdulillah, last year, which was 2022, I went to Hajj. Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. I did go to Hajj last year. It was the first time I went to Hajj. I'd never been before. It was the first year after the pandemic that they opened it up to basically the world again. If you remember, Hajj was closed for almost 2 years to outside people. There was no Hajj during the pandemic, and then the following year, when they started opening it up, they only opened it to people who were living in Saudi. So it was like 10,000 people. Very tiny amount. So when I went last year, that was the first year they kind of opened it up to everybody and said, okay, you guys can come back. But everything changed also. It's like never the same as it was, which means what? You don't have a group. Last year, I went with Mutawif. If you are going this year and you are in the West, by West, I mean United States, UK, Great Britain, Canada, if you are in those countries, you very much understand how everything changed. And that means there are no groups. There was no leaders. There was no like classes. There was nothing. We were kind of left on our own to figure it all out. That was the first time they had done that. And so what happened is I kind of had to teach myself, what do I need? So I did exactly what you are doing, which is I went to YouTube and looked up Hajj packing lists. And I looked them up and I looked them up and I read blog posts and I got advice from friends and family that all went to Hajj. Oh, you have to take this. This is a must. Take your travel iron. I don't even iron at home, so I wasn't sure why I needed a travel iron. So tons of lists, and especially coming from a group that I run and that I live by, which is just, bare basics. What do I really need? Do I need all this stuff? So I bought a lot of the stuff that these lists touted. I bought a lot of them. I would just go on Amazon and be like, fine, I'll buy all the links. I'll buy everything. But what I realized when I got to Mecca is a lot of the stuff was, let me think of a good word, because I don't have a good word in my head right now. A lot of the stuff was kind of junk. I still don't have a good word for it. It was completely unnecessary. I did not need a lot of the stuff that I took. I left so much of it in the hotel room. I told the housekeeping to please take whatever you want. I mean, I thought it was just too much. So this year, we are again in a place where Mutawif is not there, but this is kind of Mutawif 2.0 with Nusuk, right? And so still maybe there's a guide, but it still sounds like a lot of you are kind of left on your own devices to figure it out again. So I am creating this for you guys because I got messages saying, Isra, what did you take? What did you take to Hajj? Because they know I am the decluttering queen. And so I really will only take what I absolutely love. So I'm giving you guys the best. These are the best things. It's in my description. Those are all the things actually, but I have them. That's why I keep looking in front of me. I literally have them like lined up, and I'm just going to show you what they are and why I love it so much. I would love to hear after you do your Hajj, if you use any of the products and if they worked for you. Or if you use something and you're like, Isra, no, that doesn't work. You totally don't need it. I have something better. Would love to hear it. So Bismillah, let's start. You can always put questions. I really try to answer all the questions. I usually do these lives in my group, but I have realized that they get lost in the group, and to benefit more, because when I get one person asking me a question, okay, when I get 2, 3, 4, I realize that maybe this will be beneficial for a lot of people. Okay. We all know Mecca is very, very hot. Saudi Arabia is very hot. You are going in the summer. A lot of you are probably traveling. I'm making this video end of May, so a lot of you must be getting ready to travel in a couple weeks. Hajj is coming up quite fast. And so it's summer, it is hot. These were not just a lifesaver. They come and you're like, what are they? They're cooling towels. Cooling towels. They come in a pack of 1, 2, 3, 4. They come in a pack of like 4. And when they come out like this. And so what do you do with it? The beautiful thing about these is, even when I'm holding it right now, it's totally dry. I can almost feel a kind of air on it. You put water, you just actually take water and pour it on. It doesn't have to be cold water. That's the magic behind these. You take even lukewarm, warm water, you pour it on the towel, get it soaked, and then you kind of, squeeze it out. And I'm telling you, they get cold. There's something that is activated within it that cools it off. You put it, under especially your scarf, as close to your skin as you can get. You put it on top of your scarf to cool off your head. You use it for your faces, neck, whatever. When it doesn't feel cool anymore and it gets cold for a pretty long time, you just put more water on again. Boom, it activates. You can do it over and over and over. So now you're thinking, okay, why do I need a pack of 4? Because you're going to do good deeds in Hajj. Listen to me, sisters. You're going to do good deeds in Hajj. I also asked the same question. Why do I need 4? I just need 1. My husband was going, so I said, I give him 1 and I'll take 1. Then I remembered, you are with Hajj. This is like, these are your brothers and sisters from all over the world. Take the extra cooling towel and give it to someone. Someone will take it and be so happy. Can I tell you, on Yom al-Arafat, on the day of Arafat, hottest day that there was, that's all I was using with these cooling towels. And now you're saying, oh, what about the fans? I had a fan and it was not as good still as this towel. So sure, take your cooling fans, all of those. I did not find a good one that was strong enough that really kind of cooled me down. I gave the towel, the extra ones, to other sisters that were there. One was from Senegal. One was from Michigan, I think, Michigan or New York. And what a blessing for me to see them using these. One of them from Senegal was an elderly lady, and she would just take it and just kind of put her whole face on it and just be so and get her cool down. And she made dua for me, and that's it. That's my Hajj. Someone's making dua for me on Arafat in Hajj. So take the extras. All right. So that's in the link. That's the link. Cooling towel. The next thing, sip of water. Always have your water. When you go, okay, if you've been to Umrah, I went to Umrah 3 times before I did Hajj. Umrah is not Hajj. Umrah is so far from Hajj that when you go, if you've been to Umrah, you're going to be like, okay, this is nothing how I remember Umrah. I mean, nothing I remember that Hajj would be like, because Hajj has Mina and it has Arafat, and there's no Umrah with Mina. You don't go to Mina. You don't go to the camps. You know, the tents that you see. You don't go there, and so you don't realize what you need. If you have been to Umrah, that's wonderful. You've seen Mecca, you've seen the Kaaba, mashallah, but I'm telling you, it's not Hajj. It is a very different experience, and you need different items. This is one of them. My green screen is gonna like cut it out, but there, it's like a hook. So in the description, it says hooks. Sisters, these were lifesavers. I was in a good camp in Mina, a good one. And by good, it means that I was in one of the better ones. They were nicer. They had full air conditioning. They had good food. They had the bathrooms. We had cleaners coming to clean the bathrooms all the time. Yeah, and it was like good, right? But still, the bathrooms. So when for me, I don't know which camp you are going to be in, but if it was anything like the camp I was in, the stall that you use for the toilet also has a shower head above. I'll let you kind of take that in for a second. So you can close the toilet, and you should, and you have to kind of block out that you are still in a stall. And then you turn on the shower. So where do you hang anything? You can, a lot of women hang their towels over the stall door, but these give you more hanging power. So these can hang up on the stall door. They can hang up on hooks on the wall. And if you see, can you see that? They're so strong. They come in a massive pack. Oh my gosh, look at this pack. Huge pack. So if you are going with other people in your family, you really probably only need one. I needed maybe 2 or 3 every time I went to take a shower to hold, it would hold my towel. It would hold my abaya, what I'm going to change back into. It held my toiletry bag. I mean, these are strong. So that's in the description too. I loved these. I bought a big pack of them. I didn't realize there were so many. So I actually bought 2 packs, which is way too many. But again, I just kind of gave them away. And my husband went, so I gave some to him. And he also said these were very helpful when he went to the men's bathroom. So those little hooks. Okay, we got 2 things down. Please say your salams so I know you're here. I love talking to people and saying salam to them and welcoming them. We are talking about must-have items for Hajj. And why am I talking about it? Because I went to Hajj last year, and I understand the struggle of people going for Hajj now, because last year was the first year we didn't have anybody. We didn't have anybody taking us. So I had to do all of this homework on my own. So inshallah, it helps someone. Okay. Next thing we're going to talk about is shoes. Shoes are so important. Okay, someone sent me a message. Okay, so why I put my Cash App there, if you know what Cash App is. I also put my PayPal in the description. I put that there because sometimes sisters like to say thank you and give me a gift. And I think that's very appreciative. I don't say no to gifts. I think that is very generous of you. So why would I say no? It's good for you, it's good for me, and I appreciate it. I know when I give a gift to someone, it makes me feel bad if they're like, no, 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 don't give me anything. Like, I want to. So that's why I put it. Okay, here we go. Shoes. Oh, shoes are so important. They are so important that there's 3 shoes. So this category is going to have actually 3 shoes that you need. You need a shoes for regular walking all over. Ooh, the walking that you do. If you have not started, start your walking today. Start doing your 10,000 steps every day. Go to the gym, get on the treadmill, walk around parks, wake up early, get used to walking, get your legs used to it, get your feet used to it, get the blisters out, get used to walking. Okay, so for a walking shoe, I bought 2. And one of them was horrible. It was like recommended everywhere. I bought it. I hated it. It was like a Skechers walking shoe, which is great if it works for you. A lot of people recommended them, so I got them. They were too hot. They were too hot. If you wear shoes that create heat with already 100-degree temps, you will develop itch and hives and a type of athlete's foot where it's too much moisture. So I needed sandals. So there were 2 that I bought. This one I picked on my own. The other one was recommended and I hated the other one. So gave them away, housekeeping in Mecca. So these are, and this is in my description, everything I'm showing you is on Amazon. Love or hate Amazon for packing and for buying all of these little things. I'm not going around to 15 different stores, and it comes in 2 days and it's super easy. I just checked and these are like $30 cheaper than when I bought them. I just checked today, they were $50. And I think I bought them for like 85 or something. So they're actually a good deal. And I think there might even be a coupon on it, like a 5% coupon clip. So look below it. They come in different colors, but when I checked for this color and this one, it said delivery, at least here, was in 2 weeks. So this, if you're looking for good shoes, I would get on that right away because I don't know, maybe different colors will ship sooner. Can I tell you, I kept them. Sisters, I didn't give this away to housekeeping. They are the most comfortable sandals I've worn. I wore these everywhere. These took me to Medina. These took me throughout Mina. These took me throughout Arafat. These took me to Muzdalifah, on the dirt, on the rocks, everything. Their sole is, you can tell they're totally used up. Their sole is amazing. They are called Earth Origins. Earth Origins. If you have, like, some people are really wide at the front and have like a bunion or something, and I kind of do, I have a callus on the end of my feet. So this part is so key because you can widen it. You can create however much space you want. This has been an issue for me in the past where the top is like, you can't adjust it. But I knew that for the amount of walking I was going to do, I wanted to make sure that if that was too tight, I could just kind of open it and just have them like really loose, and at least that would be okay. But I didn't have to do it. They were pretty good. They do stretch out because it's leather. So that's in the description too. If you try them out and you get them, let me know if you love them because I still love them and I kept them. Okay. So I said 3 shoes. So that's 1, the walking. Now, the second one is Crocs. Everybody knows what a Croc is, right? You will need some type of plastic shoe for the showers. These are not waterproof. The ones I just showed you, those are like have leather and stuff on them. I used Crocs. When you get your Crocs, and by the way, right now, check Crocs because tons of sales going on. This is when I got them last time. It was like buy one, get one 50% off. So I got a pair for my husband. I got one for myself. Towards summer and Memorial Day weekend, if you are in the US, Memorial Day weekend is huge. That's when I did a lot of my shopping because everything goes on sale, especially Crocs. There's always some sale this weekend. Get a bright color. This is my biggest tip for you. When you buy Crocs, do not buy black. Don't buy neutrals. Don't buy these colors that everyone gets, because when you go to the bathroom, you can find your Crocs so easy. When you are in Mina and everybody is next to each other and everybody has their stuff right there, yours are like, mine were rainbow watercolor. They were like a tie-dye. They were a tie-dye. That's what it was. It was like some very obvious. And a lot of people commented. They were like, oh, those are so cute, because they were just so obvious. But they were easy. I knew that they were mine. They didn't get mixed up with anybody's. A lot of people bring Crocs for the bathroom. So bring something that's a bright color. Okay. So first shoes was the walking. I showed you the sandals. The second one is the Crocs. You need Crocs for the bathroom or some type of a plastic washable sandal. The third one I'm going to show you because I don't have them. I actually threw them away when I was done with them, but they are amazing and I would buy them again if I was going. Let me see, where are they? Okay, I'm going to share this with you. Okay, so let me see. There they are. Okay, these are isotoners. I know. You're like, what are you wearing? I kept these strictly for the haram. These were my haram shoes. Oh, they saved my feet. If you have never done Hajj before, and if you're going from the US, from UK, from Canada, most likely you haven't done Hajj before because now the restriction is you have to be first timer, right? So you don't do tawaf just, 7 times and you're done. You do tawaf several times. And if you're doing Hajj with Umrah, you're going to do tawaf a lot. And you also, besides tawaf, is Marwa and Safa. If you have never been to the Haram, if this is your very first time, the pavement between Marwa and Safa is marble. So yay, it's cooling, but it's not one slab. It's almost like there's parts that are cobblestone. So you see where I'm going with this? You don't want to be barefoot. You don't want to be barefoot. Your feet will get sore. I cannot explain how comfortable these were. These were so crazy comfortable. I was able to walk. Every time I would get to the haram, I changed out my shoes. I kept a little shoe bag with me. I would take out my sandals, put them in, and take these out and put them on. So I was wearing something always very clean. It was just for the haram. And on the bottom, it's like clouds almost. It's like you're just like stepping on clouds. So I'm just gonna check this. Okay. So if you don't get this, consider though keeping something for just the haram for walking. And my husband even was like, that's such a good idea. When he saw me, I was like, 1 second, let me just, change my slippers. They were so comfortable. They made the amount of tawaf and the walking back and forth much easier on my feet. So I do recommend those. Okay. So those are the 3 shoes: sandals, Crocs for the bathroom, and consider something for your tawaf and the haram. Okay, now we are to clothing. Now for sisters, you're generally going to wear, right, hijab and some type of abaya. But under your habaya, you can't just like walk around with just like an abaya, like you need something under. There's a lot of things you can wear under. This was something I saw on someone else's blog post somewhere. And this was the one item I was like, thank you, sister. This was a good one. This was a good recommendation. They call them harem. It's like haram, harem pants, right? They're literally just like these very loose pants that you wear. But I love it because it also has an ankle, so it's not tight. Sisters, you don't want to wear leggings under. Let me do that. Okay. You don't want to wear leggings under your abaya. It's too hot. It's too hot. I had two roommates with me in Mecca who were, with I would see them when we went back to Mecca and stuff. And one of them was like, you are so right. I should have brought some looser pants. She had something tight under. She was wearing leggings under. It is hot. Those leggings do not let any air in. It creates more heat. It creates friction, if you know what I mean. And I'm going to show you a product you need for that friction. But what helped so much, you want loose. You don't want tight. You don't want things sticking to your body. It's already hot enough. You need things to be breathable and movable. This is also in my links. I bought them from Amazon. I bought 2 pairs because I would, just kind of like wash in between in the sink with some soap. They dry up really nicely. And when it's that hot, you don't actually mind wearing if they're a little bit cold. So I am 5'4" and about 125 pounds. And I got a size small, and they're actually kind of big even. So these run really kind of, there's a lot of generous room on them. You don't want a tight waist. So that's the other thing with leggings. It's very tight around the waist. It creates, you get like hives. It gets a lot of heat friction, and it gets itchy, and you don't want that. You just need to be breathable. So harem pants under your abaya. For the top, I just got a workout tank top that's like moisture wicking. It kind of like helps take away, but the top wasn't, to me, as critical as what I had on the bottom. I didn't want all that tightness and like heat being trapped. Okay. The next thing I didn't see anywhere, so was a bag. You need like a proper bag. I had a travel bag that I got, but it's not necessary. But you know what? Use whatever travel bag you want for traveling. But when you are at Mina and you go out for long times, long walks, right? You go to throw the rocks, and so it's a walk. You need to keep things with you. Wearing a messenger bag or one of those is so constricting. It puts a lot of weight on your shoulder. You want something as lightweight as possible to hold water for you, to hold your, mini fan. Remember your cooling towels. You need something. You're holding all this stuff. I cannot believe this bag. I just looked it up today. I think it was under $20. Again, I bought it for at least $10 or $20 more. You don't want extra weight. Okay, so this is the backpack that I used. It comes in a ton of colors. This is something I kept because I have used it at different times. I live in Southern California. We go to Disneyland. I use this bag. We went to Knott's Berry Farm. These are amusement parks. I use this bag. So it is so light. My daughter used it when we went just for the past Eid. We took her to Knott's Berry Farm, which is an amusement park. And she was getting her regular backpack, filling it up. And I said, you know what? Try this backpack. Honestly, try it. It's so unassuming. She put it on. And she was like, I don't even feel it. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. You don't feel it. So it is specifically for hiking, which makes sense because when you go hiking, you don't want all this extra weight. You already are holding your protein bars and I'm going to show you some other like food items to keep with you. So you want the bag itself to be as light as possible. So did I use this while traveling in the plane? No. But this came out and I used this so much when I went for my tawaf, when I went for my walking between Marwa and Safa. Like it was just so nice to have something very easy. It's just like a regular bag. It has a little pocket. It has a little pocket in the front. I mean, it's basic. It's like parachute material, but I don't know what it is. It is so incredibly light. Like I said, if you see it, there's like a ton of colors. I got a blue one and a green one. Gave the green one to my husband. It is husband approved. He said the same thing. He's like, it is crazy how comfortable this bag is. He stuffed it with a whole bunch of stuff when he went, and it just is like so supportive and doesn't add any extra weight. And I think I checked today, it was like under $20. So it's such a good deal too. Okay, so that's the thing. What is the bag called? So in my description, it should have all of the things that it should come up. If not, I'll put it up there. But in my description, I have links to all of the items that I talked about today. Every single one, the links are just there, so you can go look for it yourself. This one is called G4 Free. This one is called G4 Free. Let me move the thing. That's what this one is called. But loved it. Loved it and still use it. I still use it when I take the kids out for like full days out somewhere and I don't want to carry all of their stuff. And kids have a lot of stuff. Okay. Walaikum salam, Nosheen. Glad you could drop in. Are you going to Hajj? Are you tying your camel to prepare for Hajj? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have talked about 5 items and I have 10. So I have 5 more left. We are almost there. I told you this is like, there's a lot of things, but these are my essentials. These are things if I was going, if one of my family members was going, I would create this gift pack and just give it to them. It's also affordable. These are not expensive things. They're on Amazon, like the pants, I think were $10. I bought a couple pairs. Okay, so the next thing is I don't have it anymore. So I'm going to just show it to you on Amazon, actually just the link itself. And once you see it, you're going to be like, oh, okay. I get why you want this. Okay. I don't know if I need to explain. When you walk, and you walk a lot, there is friction that happens between your nether regions, your thighs, right? So you need something. You need something to kind of, so it doesn't get raw, it doesn't get chafed, it doesn't get burned. You don't get any burning there. You don't get any scraping, rawness. There's so much walking. I cannot stress that enough in Hajj and walking in 100+ degree humidity. So it's not just walking in the shade. It's not just walking on a cool morning. The elements are there, the environmental elements, and that makes the walking even harder. So I bought this and I bought it for my husband too. So this is husband approved. If there was any item, I asked him for men, if there was any item that he loved And he said it was this and the cooling towel that I mentioned in the beginning. Those two things for him, he said, were amazing. He's like, I could have done without everything, but those two. Now imagine what men have to wear. Yeah. And they have to wear it for days at a time. So they don't usually dress like that, right? They usually have their jeans and their pants that provides that protection. But now they don't have that. They are not allowed to wear anything under their ihram. And so their skin now is very close to rubbing each other back and forth. He said, you need something. So if you don't get this, no big deal, but consider getting something to protect that area. Nosheen says Vaseline, yes, which is true, but there was something about this one had different essentials in it. I did keep Vaseline. I tried both. I actually liked this one a little better, and I'm a Vaseline girl. I love Vaseline for everything. I use it like for any type of extra like dryness, my lips, all of it. But I think something more dedicated for this is not a bad idea. Okay. So that is that one. Okay, the next thing, do not forget your sunglasses. Okay. So this is the thing. You're going to want to take sunglasses, at least 2 pairs, and cheap ones. These are from Amazon, these exact ones. They're like $14, polarized. I think in the link, the description, it says like polarized. It is exactly these ones. They come in different frames. So there's like white. I think there's all different colors. I just got straight black because I'm like, it's too bright for me. If you are sensitive to sun, I am. I'm the kind of girl that it's like overcast, it's cloudy, and I break out my sunglasses and people are like, Isra, why are you wearing sunglasses? There's no sun. But I am more sensitive to sun, so I wanted some blackouts. These were on Amazon. I got 2 pairs. Guess what? I lost a pair. And I didn't really care because they're cheap. Sisters, leave the Chanel at home. Leave those Gucci glasses at home. This is not a fashion show. You are not on a catwalk. You are trying to detach yourself from dunya. So leave the dunya at home. Don't take it with you. Buy some cheap sunglasses that if you lose them, if you break them, if someone doesn't have a pair, always think of your other Hajjaj that are with you. You are not alone. You give them to them so they can use it. Or you lose it and you're like, whatever, alhamdulillah, I have another pair and it wasn't a lot of money, so I don't mind. So keep extra sunglasses. That's my thing. And make sure they're cheap. Don't take any expensive ones. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I am in LA. That's how we do it in LA, girl. Okay. And look, I kept them until now and I still love them. And they were super cheap, actually. Okay. Umbrella. You will need an umbrella for the sun. It is not enough. I had the big visor. I had sunglasses. But more than the visor, I wanted an umbrella. Because with hijab, you don't want extra heat and constriction and point of like friction. You don't want any of that in 100-degree heat. You want to relieve yourself. So you need an umbrella. This is not the one I took, but I'm showing you just for size. The one I took is linked below though. Let me see if I have the link here just to show you guys. I do. Okay, this one. So it comes in a whole bunch of colors. It's $15. That may seem a lot for an umbrella, but I'm telling you, this is, it has UV protection. And get a light color. I actually wanted a white one. They didn't even have white, but I'm so glad I didn't get white, because you go there and there's like a sea of white umbrellas. So you want an umbrella that kind of at least is easy to recognize, because at Mina, I keep talking about Mina because you will see we are together. You are all closed. Your stuff is all there. You want to be able to find your stuff easily. So this is not the color I bought, but I bought a very similar color to this one. And see how small it is? It was great for my backpack. I was able to keep it easily. But I absolutely recommend an umbrella is a must have essential, especially for women. It is too much to put extra hats and stuff on your head. I don't care how UV protection it is, it still add extra heat, and you want to kind of protect yourself and cool yourself down. And the thing is, especially at the haram, that's the other thing. If you've been to Umrah, you know that wherever your hotel is, there's a walk. There's quite a walk, to get to our beautiful Kaaba. And so you need that protection all along the way. Okay. Let's see. That sounds great. Whatever works for you. My backpack, actually, I still have the hook. I think I know what you're talking about. Something like this. So you can just easily put it. But I'm going to tell you, I never use this because I was always holding my umbrella. You're out there so much. So Shireen said someone suggested you get the hook on the umbrella to help with holding, to use it to attach to your backpack. I found a purple hook one that closes. Whatever works for you, fantastic. You can also just get the hook. You don't need to get the umbrella with the hook, but if you got it, fantastic. And if that works for you, alhamdulillah, great. Okay. Food stuff. I told you. So this is the last thing. Oh my gosh. Allahu Akbar. We're on the last item. Let me see. It's your dream. May Allah invite you and may it be accepted and the most beautiful Hajj ever. I will keep my bag ready so that when I get my mahram, I can go on a very short notice, Hajj or Umrah or Al-Aqsa. I will tell you, I did not, so my Hajj was last year with the whole mutawif stuff going on. So I understand what people this year are going through. It was very similar, if not the same. This year sounds like Mutawif 2.0 to me, to be honest. So last year, I didn't know until the day before my flight left that I was going to Hajj. The day before, not even the day, I would say actually in the evening. It was around 4. It was late the day, Saturday, and I left on Sunday. And so if I had not packed, if I had not prepared everything, I would have been having some type of a huge anxiety attack. So I tell you this to have in good faith that you prepare and you tie your camel and you do everything you can. So when Allah calls you, you are ready. When I got the confirmation and everything finally went through and my ticket was there and it said you're going at this time tomorrow, it was a relief. I wasn't anxious because my bag was packed. All my things were ready. I was good to go. If I hadn't had that done, yes, I would have been very anxious about going. So we're about 2 weeks out from most people leaving. And so it's a good time. Okay, so I'm on my last item. I'm going to be signing off in about 10 minutes. The comments come about 30 seconds late. So if you have any questions and you are here, you can put them in. Otherwise, I won't see it. So it's better to get it in now because they are delayed on my end. Okay. Hydration is so important. Hydration is so important. I hope if you've taken anything from what I've said, yes, those are all the things that I bought. If it doesn't work for you, get something else, right? But at least it just gets your mind thinking of things that you might need, or conditions that you have, or things that would make it help you out a little bit better. I'm never going to say make it easier, because Hajj is not easy. It is not easy. These are all items that help make the pilgrimage a little bit, there's a little ease, but it's not easy. Okay, so this is not the flavor that I took, but this is the flavor my daughter likes, so that's why we have it. But I think I'm gonna show you, I think I have the link. I do not. That's okay. It's exactly this one though. And I think actually the link in the description is the flavor that I got, which is like a fruity flavor or something. So this is liquid IV. It is literally what this picture, what it shows, a packet. So it makes your water work harder for you. What does that mean? You don't have to drink as much water to get as much hydration. It literally like triples your hydration. My sister that became a friend of mine in Mina, we became like Mina buddies. It was me and her. We were always together. She whipped out the same thing. We both, so they come in like these packets. If you guys have a Costco, if you are Costco people, Costco has it the cheapest, and I think like bigger amounts. But if you're not Costco and you don't need this many, you really just want it for Hajj, then get it from Amazon. But they come in these little like packets. So I wouldn't worry about water bottles. I know people are like, oh, I'm going to take my reusable water bottle. Water, mashallah, is plentiful there. Free water. And I don't know that you want to hold an extra weight of a reusable water bottle wherever you go. So I would it literally, subhanAllah, it was just so easy to find a water bottle somewhere. There was always people giving out water bottles. So I would use like half of this. My friend, Fatima, who was with me in Mina, she did the same thing. She also thought you don't need the full packet. In fact, sometimes she would even just put just like a little bit of it. I can't tell you how hydrated I felt. My daughter uses them sometimes, and she says the same thing. She's like, Mama, I just feel like better. And I don't know what it is. It's not an energy drink. I wouldn't call it an energy drink. It just kind of, like I said, makes your water work better for you. So you don't have to intake as much, and it hydrates you quick hydration. Okay, so those are my things. I will stay on for about 5 more minutes. So if you have anything, I'm here for 5 more minutes. And then I'm taking off. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amin. So these live streams that I'm doing are, so far I've done 3 of them. So if you're like, oh, where are the other ones? The past 2 are in my channel. I think it says like past live streams. These are all questions I have just gotten. These are nothing out of the top of my head. Sisters, trust me. I have a Facebook group of over 3,000 beautiful Muslim Queen sisters. And I have a smaller dua group that I run. And I can tell you, it's from them. They send me messages, they ask me questions, there's a trust that is built. And so if there's a question that you have, send it to me and I'll just make a live out of it. For one thing, it benefits more. It is easier for me than just sending back a DM because the same question keeps coming up over and over. If a question comes up one time, I kind of shelve it and think about it. But when someone asks me the same question again and again, then I know that more people are asking. And so this will probably benefit them more. So these videos will be up here and it's easy. And yeah, you can share it, obviously, because they're public. Okay. Shireen, did you use half a packet with every bottle of water? Honestly, not even a half. Sometimes it was like a third. They are powerful. They are powerful. I thought one packet was too much, actually. The flavor was also a little bit strong. So me and even Fatima, my friend, we just used a third with every like 8 ounce, and that was more than enough. So I would just open it and they fold up really nice. They fold up like really easily and they stay well in the bag. They don't come out or anything. So those were fantastic. Fantastic because you sweat. Sisters, don't tell me you don't sweat. You will sweat. And that sweat means that you are getting dehydrated if you don't replenish the water that you are losing, plus on top of it. And if you think I'm talking really scientific, probably because I'm in healthcare. I am a nurse practitioner. So yeah, I think about these things in those terms too. So on top of just regular hydration, you are having to do even more because of the heat factor and losing all of that, all of the sweat that comes off. You're going to need to replenish. So, okay. So I'm going to stay on for 2 more minutes, 2 minutos, and then I will take off. Everything that I talked about is in the comments. But if you have a certain thing that you want to know more about, you can just like look through it and I talk about each one and why I love it so much. And I hope that it's beneficial to all my Hajjaj who are going on the most magnificent once in a lifetime experience. Truly, I felt so blessed. I don't know what other word there is when I got to go last year. So last year, there was a total of less than 1 million worldwide. I think the final count was like 800,000 something. I don't know about this year, but I heard it might triple because they've opened it a lot, but I don't know. You never know till it actually happens. So we will see, but it's exciting. And even for those who are at home, we are very excited for all of you to go to Hajj. Okay. Wayakum. Okay, last question. Will these items be sufficient? All that I need for Hajj and Umrah. So I'm not talking about Umrah because Umrah is so different than Hajj. Umrah, like for example, for Umrah, you don't need hooks. You're in a hotel. You know what I mean? The hooks are for like when you're at Mina and you don't have all the fancy, bathrooms and things like that. So this is just for Hajj. These are my essentials. Now, I am not talking about basics. Your foundation is already a given. Soap, shampoo, body soap, all of those that are obviously without perfumes and things. That's something that everybody has to get. Medications, obviously, if you take any medications, anything specific that you need for some people who have trouble walking or standing. There was one sister who couldn't stand for a long time. She would get lightheaded. And so she kept a portable stool with her. There's no place to sit. So it was, she kept it. And so sometimes, when there's large crowds or there's a lot of walking, like to Muzdalifa, it's a very long walk, and there's nowhere to like sit. There's nothing proper to sit. You can sit on the ground, of course, but she would keep a little like stool. So you also have to look at your conditions and what you need and how your body is. These things are generally what I shared, I think, for anybody. These are for anybody who are going, regardless of your age, regardless of your condition. I took preventive medications with me. I took like amoxicillin and those types of preventive type of things. I started taking them. I took Cipro, which is I'm like thinking of all the medical names for them. For nausea, things for food, I took medication for, so I wouldn't, if you eat anything, a lot of these things in Mina especially is al buffet. And so when you go, buffets are sometimes, how long has it been out for, things like that. And so I took medications for, nausea and those types of items. So these items are the extras that I think are good for anybody. But again, you have to decide what you need. How does your body work, and what extras you might encounter. So, okay. All right. That is it. And if you have any more questions, all you just leave it in the comments, and hopefully I will check them. I don't check them often, but inshallah, I will put the notifications on just for this post for the next 2 weeks before Hajj starts. So if you are going for Hajj, I know it gets kind of frantic and you have last minute questions, you can always ask them here and I will get it right away for until Hajj starts. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Have a beautiful, beautiful day and a beautiful Hajj Mabrur, inshallah. I mean,